How should I get him to do that?
I think you have to sit down with them and show them how to balance it.
But how would you do that? How do you balance a checkbook?
You sit down with him and you go over the numbers with him, you subtract the checks or the credit statements from the account.
No, but I mean, how do you balance it? You have to give advice on how do you balance a checkbook?
How do you balance a
Mhm.
checkbook?
How do you do it?
Well, you write down, you gotta keep a ledger and you write down each payment that you make and then subtract from that amount. From the ledger,
From what amount?
from the total amount of your account.
Yeah. And so how would you know what's in the exact balance in your account?
Well, you keep deducting, you find out how much is in your account to begin with, you can call the bank and you can get it on the website.
What about the ATMs?
Yeah, what about that?
Well, whatever. If you use the ATM, these days the bank is going to charge you.
By the way, what does ATM stand for? Do you know?
No, I don't know. But,
What happens if you get overdrawn on an account?
well, if you get overdrawn, the bank will charge you.
How much?
What happens?
Well, at Walmart, which is now Chase, they deduct $33 from your
And
account.
how do you know that?
I've had personal experience.
Okay. All right. Okay, this is from Naomi. This is from Naomi, a female rabbi from Northridge. Stan, I've heard great things about you. You are a very wise man. Tell me what to do. I am in love with a Gentile, but he won't use the hole in the sheet. Please advise.
Won't use the what?
The hole in the sheet.
The hole in the sheet.
Yeah.
Can you clarify what that means?
I don't know, Stan.
The hole for the...
Let's get Stan. Do
Mickey's the...
Orthodox Jewish people touch each other when they have sex?
Sure they do.
But they don't they. Like when you go to Orthodox synagogue, the men sit on one side and the women sit on the other.
Yes, and there's the mechitza.
Yeah, so they have a machitza when you have sex.
They don't have a mechitza when they have sex.
Well, that's what they're referring to. The hole in the sheet.
The hole in the sheet.
They have a sheet. They have this division, and there's a hole in it.
Haven't you seen Curb Your Enthusiasm?
Well, I haven't seen that one.
Don't you know the hole in the sheet, Stan?
Read the question again. Please.
Okay, Stan, I've heard great things about you. You are a very wise man. Tell me what to do. I am in love with a Gentile, but he won't use the hole in the sheet.
You won't
Please
use the hole in the
advise.
sheet.
Right.
Okay, well, I think both of you have to negotiate. Maybe, I hate to use the word compromise, but you have to compromise if there's a Gentile tradition that he wants to introduce. You have a Jewish tradition that you want to introduce.
But what Gentile tradition?
I'm not sure. I understand that there's a hole in the sheet, some Judaic symbolic thing.
It's the Mahita.
It's not the mejita. Mejita. You make it sound like it's a Mexican dish, mejita. Mejita. Anyway,
Stan.
what? Mejita. Anyway. So,
Now let me ask you from personal experience.
You
Stan.
have, Naomi, you have Jewish traditions. Your spouse has Gentile traditions. And you have to be able to work those things out together. You can't just say, we're going to have the
Well, should he just use?
Judaic style sex.
What would you
The
say?
Gentile having his idea of what sex
Yeah, but what if she doesn't want to be touched except with the hole in the sheet?
Well, she has to understand, if she was married to a Jewish man, it'd be a different story, but because she's married to a Gentile, she has to expect that she's not going to be able to keep those Jewish rituals.
Oh, wait a minute, Stan. I made a mistake. It's not gentle. Gentle.
Well, repeat the question again with gentle.
Stan, I've heard great things about you. You're a very wise man. Tell me what to do. I'm in love with a gentle man, but he won't use the hole in the sheet. So how does that change the meaning?
Well, a lot. A gentle man who won't use the hole in the sheet. Now, talk to him about it. Open up to him about it.
But what if he's
Discuss
gentle,
it.
Stan?
This is Korean.
Well, she has to discuss it with him. I mean, if there's no communication between you two, then you're not going to get anything done.
Okay. I think we exhausted that one. This is from Fred. He's an out-of-work actor in Hollywood. Stan, I used to be on a reality show called Bite Me. Do you have any tips on how to get into movies? Do I have to talk to anyone in Hollywood?
Oh my God.
Who do you recommend? Oh, great one.
Well, my recommendation is that you get an agent. And the agent will advise you on how to go about it.
Oh, Stan, I misread it. I'm sorry. Stan, I used to be on a realty show, not reality. Sorry, a realty show called Bite Me. Do you have any tips on how to get into real estate?
Really?
Do I have to talk to anyone in Hollywood? Who do you recommend? Oh, great one.
No, to get into real estate,
Oh, wait a minute. I think I misread it.
what
Yeah.
is this?
Harry,
You got this.
My
how's your
glasses. Stan, I'm sorry. I used to be on a reality show called Bite Me. Do you ever hear that?
No, go ahead.
Do you have any tips on how to get into movies? Do I have to talk to anyone in Hollywood? Who do you recommend? Oh, great one.
First of all, you need a resume with your photograph.
Stan, I have a question.
Yes.
I remember that you had an agent in a photograph once, didn't you?
He wasn't much of an agent, he was a bit of a fraudulent agent.
Tell us about that experience.
I believe his name was Mazza, and
Where was that?
both you and Harry were introduced to him and were asked if you wanted your kid brother to be a child star, and so you both said yes. So he took me down to the studio, but unfortunately it was a fraud, it wasn't the real deal.
Did you ever get any auditions or anything?
No. He took my pictures once and that was it.
They were cute, weren't they? Isn't that how your nickname became developed from that day?
What was my nickname?
Well, wasn't it Schweisy?
That was at the Haunted Mansion.
Oh, I thought it was from that day.
No, we were at the Haunted Mansion in 1969 or 1970 when it opened, and I remember standing in line. I was dripping sweat because it was so hot, and you called me Schweisy. And that's
Right.
how we got the name.
Oh, that's cute.
Okay, here's another question. It's a question. This is from a girl who lives up in San Francisco. She says, Stan, my boyfriend's shirts are always too tight on him and they ride up, exposing his belly button. How should I get him when he sits down on the couch to pull his shirt down?
Talk to him about it. Talk to him about it. Tell your boyfriend.
Should he pull his shirt all the way down so he doesn't have anything showing?
Well, you don't want, to expose yourself. Obviously, he has to be told that. If he doesn't know, then how's he going to help him if he doesn't know?
Yeah, but do you think it's that big of a deal if you expose your belly button? Really?
Well, everybody's level of sensitivity is different. Maybe to this girl, his belly button, exposing his belly button is offensive.
So should she not see him anymore or something?
No,
Is that a deal breaker?
It's not a deal breaker, and I wouldn't make a big deal out of it. I would just say, let's sit down and discuss this.
Why is it bothering her so much?
Ask her.
She seems kind of like a little,
Yeah.
I don't want to say the word here.
We don't want to say the word in front of mixed company. Yeah.
Does it begin with a B?
Yeah, I mean, why can't someone sit down and expose their belly button? What's the big deal?
Well, some people are just sensitive to certain things. Everybody's different.
Yeah, maybe she should keep it to herself.
I don't think it's that big of a deal.
Yeah, that's what I mean. She has no business writing in on that. What do you think? Stan, you shouldn't be so nice. Sometimes you ought to call it as it is. Just tell her.
Well, I would say it's not that big of a deal, so don't worry about it. It's not going to affect your
No?
relationship.
What would you say about people as they, sometimes like plumbers and refrigerator repairmen, when they sometimes expose the crack?
Well, again,
Is that offensive to you?
no, because, they're not Mr. America, They are there to fix that refrigerator or fix that oven or whatever. and they're gonna expose some things because they don't dress to, just cover everything up. So you got to expect that.
How about when girls expose their, that's different, you like that, right?
Well, it's it's a bit of a tease, but I think you have to keep in mind that it's a mechanic you're dealing with, and he's not there to do a clothing show. He's like a model.
Do you think that she should say something if the crack is exposed?
Oh, you have a home run?
To a mechanic?
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
No? Really? It doesn't bother you?
I think some people look for things. I think if somebody exposes their behind or whatever, while they're fixing a refrigerator.
But what if the mechanic winked at you, Stan?
Like after the drive?
Well, I'd be a little bit concerned about the mechanic. I might show up the door.
Huh?
To fix the door, the door's broken?
No, I mean, I send him going. If he's a fiend, if he's a sex fiend.
Send him going. What do you mean send him going?
He's the next Willie Mays.
If the mechanic is a sex fiend, I don't want him in my apartment.
Why would a mechanic be in your apartment?
Very, very
Isn't
excellent.
he fixing your car?
He's fixing my refrigerator.
I know.
No, a mechanic doesn't fix your
What is he
refrigerator.
fixing?
Your car.
He's showing his
Yeah,
rear.
mechanic doesn't go into
He's
you.
showing his rear.
Sometimes
Yeah, by accident, and he winks at you.
Well, I wouldn't mind
he's not like flooded, but
exposing the rear, but the winking I would that would kind of bother me.
Okay. Okay, now here's another question, Stan. This is strange, from Napoleon at the Camarillo Institute. Stan, I am the great Napoleon. I control all of Western Europe. But people here tell me I am not Napoleon. Who am I then? Am I you, the great Stan?
Well, I'm sorry to say that I think you're a little bit delusional.
Be careful, Stan.
Well, I mean,
Remember, he's going to watch this.
Well, I mean, you're not Napoleon, so give that up. And see a therapist and tell him that you think you're Napoleon, and maybe your therapist can help you out.
Well, what if he is Napoleon?
Not Napoleon.
Why?
Napoleon lived a long time ago.
Yeah. Maybe he came back.
Does he stick his hand in his shirt too?
He didn't say here, but let me ask you something. Do you like Napoleon?
He's an interesting character.
No, the dessert.
Oh yeah.
Do you? Why do you like it?
Different mixtures of strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla.
Now, if somebody said, Stan, you're going to eat a Napoleon, would they think you were crazy?
If I didn't describe it right,
Right, they would, huh?
you have to describe it. It's
Then
ice
you-
cream. It's
Now,
not-
maybe we should go to the Camarillo Institute and visit this guy and see if he actually is Napoleon.
Well, there are people who think that there's something that they're not, and that's a reality. And those people need to seek help and get help.
The Korean guy's going out.
Well, one of the comments, there's another comment he made. He said, Stan, I'm not going to give you advice, but if I were you, and by the way, I am, I would be careful the words I choose to say that I am not Napoleon, conquer and control the Western Europe.
Oh, I never said that. You don't have to tell me about that.
Charlie,
Evidently, the person who wrote this.
Stan, he's taking your personality over.
Well, the person who told
We have to visit him though, see if he's like you.
well, whoever this person is,
Yeah.
I'm flattered by the fact that they want to like me. But if you think of Napoleon, then that's a problem.
Is it?
Yes.
Well, what if they think they're you? Is that a problem?
Really?
Well, I think that as people, as human beings, we sort of learn from each other, and we sort of take certain aspects of other people's personalities. But if you think you're Napoleon, that's a problem.
And how much is it now?
But if you don't hurt anybody, why is it a problem? Why can't he think he's Napoleon?
It's just mentally unhealthy. It's not a realistic perspective.
Yeah, but if he just thinks he's Napoleon, marches around conquering his own room,
See, she charged me.
Well, that's still not the way to go.
Well, who should he be?
Himself, whoever he is, and whatever he doesn't like, that's who he is. Not McFoley.
What if he starts copying you though? He seems to know a lot about you. He has your height here and your weight.
Well, you know, as long as he doesn't hurt me, as long as he doesn't
Oh,
hurt
he's not gonna hurt
anybody.
you. But what if he goes around saying you Stan Schwartz
Um,
and picking up girls?
I don't know. I don't care about that. as
Could you
long
get
as-
a bad reputation?
No, it's sort of like, you know, when you were single, somebody went around saying they were Harry Schwartz, and when Charlie was single, somebody went around saying they were Charlie Schwartz.
No one ever did that.
Well, I'm just saying, what if it happened?
What if he does that? What if he
Would it
becomes,
bother you?
huh?
Would it bother you?
If what?
Somebody named Harry Schwartz, called himself Harry Schwartz, walked around acting like.
That's a silly question. Never happened.
Well, it's sort of with me, I don't feel that it's a bad thing. I don't think it'll ruin my
But
reputation.
maybe you won't wear glasses and people won't know.
I don't think it matters.
Take your glasses off for 1 minute. I want to see how you
One
look
of the things
without
that
that.
is extremely interesting is Charlie's been taking these silly close-ups.
No. It's not close. It's not silly. You'll see. It looks like I'm close, but in actuality, this is a unzoom lens. So it looks far
By the
away.
way, Stan, did you see episode 6? The Schweisy Chef? Did you watch it?
I like the episodes a lot.
Aren't they good?
Yes.
Did you like the Trumbia?
Trumbia was excellent.
Did you like that?
So are we? Do we have any more questions? For us?
No, we have no more questions. That was
I'll
the
tell you what.
last question.
We're going to come back in a few minutes because we're starting a new segment, and it's going to be information about Disneyland. It's going to be Stan about Disneyland. So we're going to come back in just a few minutes.